Let me just add this last one because this last one is important.
Yes. I see what you have highlighted. Very important.
And how fucking good is that theme?
It's really good. Oh no. That's a problem.
No?
That's the first time I've ever seen that. Let's try that again.
Did something explode?
Something may have exploded.
Oh no. Also, I totally saw what you were playing, and that's a good choice.
I picked it up today because I was like, of all the games on the Game of the Year list, like, this is the biggest one that I have no experience with.
I am a huge fan. Well, also, you're having the problem that I had with Mass Effect, so fingers crossed this goes better for you than it did for me.
Just spit this out of me. Let me look at the back of the thing. Oh, there are straight up fingerprints on this thing. Well, let's try that again. Okay, that's a good sign.
Hmm?
It recognized the disc again. It was like, oh, this is
Okay.
Nioh.
Comes up. See, help you. Facing it makes me worse. I've already killed someone. Say, how?
Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else to do to make
Yeah.
this work good.
That is really unfortunate.
That was a real bummer to me. It's like, it just
Because
looks like
I want...
there are just fat fingerprints just all over the back of this.
That's unfortunate. Is
I'm
it
like,
a used copy?
yeah,
Hmm.
like trying to gently
Even if it's just fingerprints, it shouldn't be that big a deal.
shirt them off. Also, I find it very weird that, like, these games, they don't read off the disc anymore.
Yeah, not really.
And like, if it was far enough in that it could be like, oh, this is Nioh,
Then why would it need
then
more?
why does it need to read off the disc?
See, I had the same question about Mass Effect. Of like, it's clearly working. you know. But you just installed like 40 fucking gigabytes when I put the disc in, so I'm assuming the game is on the fucking PS4 at this point. Like, this is the thing I'm really wondering is, like, remember that old giant bomb joke? About the
the
disc?
the one-time
Yeah.
use cloud.
Yeah. Like, why doesn't it actually just do that, where it's like, I put the disc in, and then it says, oh, you have the disc, and then it just, you download the game and play it. And the disc is just your key.
Okay, now it's
And,
working.
then, and again, at that point, why don't they just put the code in a box and sell you that?
I mean, they do that also.
I know they do that nowadays, but, like...
There we go. Thanks, Team
Alright.
Ninja. Took a few attempts.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Took
super.
some
That,
wiping.
that's super gross.
Oh?
Opening of Nioh here.
Okay. I like the opening. I like the game in general, but, like... It is
Also-
a nice opening.
Also, it was really funny when I was at the GameStop today picking up the Nioh. Like, this very large, very southern man, like, came up to me as I was kind of... Because I was going back and forth on it, to be super honest, and then I was like, well, you know... And then some dude was just like, hey, man, what do you know about that one? And so I was like, I mean, my friend really likes it, and he describes it as, like, Bloodborne, but way faster. And then he was like, oh, man, I love Bloodborne. That sounds great. And then he walked
Yeah.
away. It was very weird.
People like Bloodborne.
Yeah.
And I think this is more like Bloodborne than... This is like Bloodborne and Diablo had a kid.
I like both of those things.
But then also had a way more in-depth combat system.
You're not just clicking super hard.
It's like... There's so much shit. You've got different stances and, like, different... There's so much shit. It's the problem.
Is that
Hard to
Nobunaga over
explain.
there?
Huh?
Is that Nobunaga?
Oh yeah, he's hanging out.
He does that.
Yeah. Like, spoilers, it's a game set in Japan and you're fighting demons. You're gonna fight Nobunaga.
Let's go for action mode. That sounds good. Yes. Okay. That was weird.
Also, I will say, the bit where you actually finally meet Nobunaga in this game is one of the best moments in the whole game. Hence why I put it in the best moments category. Like, I'll describe that more in depth when we get to the discussions, but
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
real good.
Wanted to make sure that there were subtitles on. Look at those two guys. Look at those two, like, weird frog babies. They're adorable.
Oh, the horrible little, what the fuck are those guys? The little Kappa dudes who hang
Yeah.
out at the shrine? What the fuck those guys are called?
Zipangu.
Yeah. I fucking love that they call it Zapongo in this game. Fucking Marco Polo. I need to go back and actually play through the DLC stuff at some point. Because I finished the main game and it was radical, but I have not gone back and messed with the DLC at all.
Amrita. That's that sick spell that cures all your status ailments.
Yeah.
Some call it a miraculous stone.
You show me whatever it was that knows Amrita. I'll show you a nipple.
Ipondotara, I think it was.
Well, I'm mixing it because I know one of the requests
Yeah.
is a something with Amrita, but the line from the endurance run was, "You show me an
Ipondotara, Kaja, I
Yeah,
think.
The country where the sun never sets.
an Ipondotara that knows Sukukaja, and I'll show you a nipple."
Forces weakening with every battle.
Deal.
Queen and her inner circle turn to divination.
Also, hey, Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah,
Hiring
Or I think it's Elizabeth. One of those queens.
One of them old timey queens.
One of those old bats. Yeah, you heard me, England. Calling you out.
But now it seems they want to keep their methods a secret.
Your main character is either Irish or Scottish, but who the fuck cares because it's the same thing.
Don't let anyone in Ireland or Scotland hear you say that.
No, calling them out.
Oh God.
You're the same country. There's no difference.
They're really not.
There is no difference between an Irish person and a Scottish person.
No. Also, I heard you watching it. How about that season 2 Jessica Jones thing?
It's really good.
It sure is.
Fingers crossed that they don't fuck it up
Yeah.
by making it way too long. Punisher.
I am still 3 episodes into the Punisher.
I am also 3 episodes in, and the problem is that I stopped at episode 3 and said, man, if this only has 2 or 3 episodes left, this is perfect.
And then it has 10.
And I looked at it has 10, and I'm like, wow, no.
Man, remember when, like, The Defenders was alright? Because it was,
Yeah.
like, short?
It was like 8 episodes.
Oh, hey. Hi.
I think one of my favorite things about this game is that it starts in England.
It seems death won't stop chasing me.
Like, I don't think anyone expected that.
I like this ghost lady who's just like, yo.
Yeah, she's a cool, Celtic spirit.
Man, this game frame rate, very good.
Yeah. Is that sarcastic?
No, actually, like, it's...
Okay. Because I was gonna say, there is the thing where you can set whether it goes for 30 or 60 or whatever.
I think I set it to go for 60, and it's just like, I was not quite prepared for it. That lady was, like, this way, and then I'm, like, in her, and I don't know...
Oh, well, you got a PS4 Pro, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So she wants you to punch the wall.
Aha!
You need to Rikio your way out of prison.
Whoops.
What are you doing?
You are free now.
Whoa! Hello. Doesn't this have, like, a weird... I'm sure they will explain it at some point, but, like, I seem to recall this having, like, a weird stamina health thing where, like, oh, fuck me.
Problem?
I got stabbed really hard.
That happens.
Also, that dude looks like a weird zombie.
He's just British.
Nope. Can I equip? Yeah. Now I have your sword, bitch.
So yeah, it's a thing that'll kind of get, it's actually a, kind of an interesting idea where this tutorial section, you don't have access to everything. Like the combat, you're playing a stripped down version of the combat system right now. When you get out of the tutorial, they introduce a lot more shit that makes it way more complex. So this is just the part to be like, hey, get used to the very basics, and then later we're going to show you some shit. They actually added a pretty in-depth tutorial to the part right after this, so...
Because I was gonna say, like, I thought there was something about, like, running out of stamina in this game is very bad.
Oh, it's the worst thing. So the basic idea is, in this game, when you take a hit, it also takes away stamina. Like, you taking a hit means you lose stamina, so if you get hit and your stamina bar empties, or if you get hit while your stamina bar is empty, like, you get put into a state where they can basically just finish you off.
That's bad.
Like, it is debilitating. It doesn't take long to recover, but if they are expecting it and know you are about to do it and get you, you're fucked. Which, the thing is, because everyone in this game works on the same system, you can do that to them as well. And you can always see the enemy's stamina bar. That's the same with all human enemies. With any enemy that's a demon, it'll work slightly differently, but the stamina bar is still very important for them.
Nope, that didn't. How do I
The
shortcut?
important thing to remember is that there is a consistent set of rules regarding stamina that everyone has to follow.
Chest. Nope. Equipment. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, you have like, huh?
That looks super goofy.
Oh, which part?
The
Oh, did you get the hat?
No, I got the Tower of London. I got the coat, and it looks like a tourist T-shirt. Please tell me there is cooler armor in the future.
Oh, there is so much cooler armor.
Ow.
Also, if you get armor where you don't like the coolness of it, you can just go to the blacksmith and they will change it into whatever other armor you want. You never have to worry about fashion.
That's good.
And by that I mean you need to always be concerned about fashion. So yeah, the basic idea is, another important thing is that when you block in this game, you always block all physical damage.
That's good.
I want to say that, like, you can get swords that have an ability that's like, oh, this will pierce guard by some amount. But, like, that's a special case when that happens. In general, you can always block all physical damage.
Yeah.
So, blocking is really good. Like, it is not a bad idea to just let an enemy attack you to waste stamina and then just wail on them to empty their stamina bar. But yeah, the main thing to note is that when the enemy is low on stamina, press the attack, unless you are also low on stamina. Because if you can get them to run out, they're fucked. Yeah, anytime your bar is red, that's when you don't want to take a hit at all. Pants.
Yeah.
Also, there's a really cool detail in this game.
Oh. Is it
Which
that
is
my
right-
sword is super bloody now?
Oh, that's cool too, but it's the part where, like, right now your dude is wearing boxers, because England.
Yeah.
But after you get to, like, it's like after 2 or 3 chapters in Japan, he switches to wearing, like, Japanese underwear.
Nice.
It's just a really subtle detail of, like, why did you even bother including that?
Ah. I'm gonna guess that's like a bonfire that I just prayed at.
Oh yeah, the shrines.
Yeah.
Don't ask why there are Japanese shrines in this Tower of London. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Queen Elizabeth,
fine.
well-known,
Very multicultural.
well-known otaku, Queen Elizabeth.
To be fair, it's not exactly a Japanese shrine. It's like a whole little candle shrine thing. That could be some kind of English thing.
Oh, it's a big fancy chest. Gave me a battle axe.
Battle axes are fun. So axes are mostly good for... Remember that thing I said earlier where blocking attacks is a good strategy?
Yes.
That is not the case if the other guy has an axe. The idea of an axe is that you want them to block because you'll destroy their stamina bar so fast that then they just can't do anything. Then you just catch them and destroy them and empty their stamina bar and wreck them.
Nice.
Although, like most weapons, it's a thing of, like, they get way better when you get out of the tutorial because then you can start buying the skills for the weapons. And there are skills for the axe that make it just fucking a nightmare to deal with. Like, the axe is big and slow. You can move that thing really quick with the right skill setup.
Limited amount of amrita we can extract.
And a dude just coming at you with an axe really fast is kind of the worst thing in this game.
To serve their purpose.
Well, that guy looks up to no good.
Leader of Japan will spark a war, and a wonderful opportunity to
Does he have sick
acquire
armor?
more
Oh wait, no, you probably looked through the door,
Once
didn't you?
tomorrow's
Yes.
execution takes place, we will get our
Check out
hands
these
on
evil
numbers that will
Europeans.
lead us to that Amrita. With enough Amrita, we could subdue
Fuck Spain, says
perhaps even the world.
not Eileen.
The day when England reigns supreme is near. But our beloved queen thinks of Amrita as nothing more than gold or gemstones. We must find them before our
Also, I
nation's
think Grav might be
rivals
coming
do.
up on the
Edward
speedrun
Kelly,
stream
you
soonish.
go to
Did
Japan.
they figure out which one they're on?
It
Speed
seems
Gaming
it would be
2.
to our advantage to keep the wars alive.
All I can see is that the dude on the Richter All Bosses run is in the Upside Down Tower, so that's probably near the end. But then again, it could not be. Oh no! Oh no, and my DualShock battery is low.
Bad timing.
Yep. Yeah, fuck boxes. I got gloves. Man, I look like a real asshole.
Oh yeah. You get better armor as you go, don't worry. This Tower of London shit looks terrible, but to be fair, you're English.
Boy, you were not kidding about just fucking that guy up.
Come to think of it, I don't even think you have like the finishing move to destroy them when they don't run out of stamina yet, so... Like, you can't even fully appreciate how badly you can fuck someone up. But yeah, because of the whole deal where, like, an axe, like, bigger weapons take more stamina away when you hit a guy. There's a... I'm trying to remember what the stats all are. Because, man, there's a lot of numbers in this game. Like, that's the thing that makes it Diablo-esque, is A, the loot system, and B, the numbers. There are so many fucking numbers. There's like a billion stats.
I like how I missed this chest somehow. A Runka. What?
I want to say that's your spear.
It does appear to be a spear.
I was really excited about spears. I ended up not liking them as much as I thought I would in this game.
I like this part where the axe will just down one of those Tower of London guards in one combo.
It's really nice. So yeah, the best thing about the spear is being able to interrupt people's attacks and just staying out of their range, as you expect from a spear. And also that it is surprisingly quick in certain stances and with certain attacks. So it's like, it can actually be incredibly frustrating to have a dude right up on you with a spear, because he will just keep jabbing you every time you try to do anything. And he just keeps you from being able to really attack. It's really effective sometimes. And this is a good looking game.
Yeah.
This is a good looking wet London.
Oh shit. Shit. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh hey.
Oh, did you run into the guys with armor?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're tougher.
That's a good you died screen right there.
Oh, for the record, I do believe there is a checkpoint right behind them, so...
I think I can take him.
Yeah. Yeah, multiple enemies in this game becomes a problem real quick. Oh, I was gonna say, the medicine system in this one, I've mentioned it before, but it's actually probably my favorite of the healing systems in the various Souls games.
Didn't you say
It-
it's something like you have like a base number each time you die that you can't go below or something?
Yeah, it's like blood vials, if, like, you could never go below 4 at a time. Like, anytime you die, you will always come back and get, like, blank amount of blood vials. Or in this case, medicine, so you'll always get, like, 4. It's either 3 or 4, I think. But,
Hey.
if you have more, then it will refill it from your inventory whenever you die. So you could have, like, 20 or whatever, but whenever you die, it'll just be like, okay, you've got this many, and we'll keep taking you out of storage. Oh.
No, we're good. Everything's fine.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you've tried your heavy attack with this yet. Ow.
This guy's hurt. Is heavy attack triangle?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, that was cool. That was a sick move I did there.
If they block that, it will fuck them up. Also, if they don't.
I love when you get messed up when you do block, and then when you get messed up if you don't block.
It's win-win.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Good job getting in on that guy when he ran out of stamina.
Back that gear up. Yeah, you were right about, man, that heavy attack will mess people up who are blocking.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of the best thing about the axe, is the only good way to counter the axe is to not get hit by it. Like, if you get hit, obviously you just took a hit. If you block it, you just lost a ton of stamina. It's a great weapon. I ended up using that to finish the game, basically. This is this really, really great skill where it's like, hey, hold down the heavy attack button, and you just do like a 3-hit combo.
That sounds nice.
But then I also got an ability on my weapon that said anytime that hits, it boosts my attack by like 20% for the next few seconds. So it's like, that just destroys everything at that point. It's amazing.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, geez. Also, sick armor.
Yeah.
You look less like a jackass now.
I mean, I still look kind of like a jackass.
Kind of like it, yeah, but like not the same kind of jackass, and that's what's important. Oh, important thing, by the way, whenever you do check out your armor again, so the defense stats in this game is actually a lot easier to understand than in a lot of the other ones, because, God, I still don't even understand how the fuck Bloodborne works. Basic idea is, there are 3 weights of armor. There is light, medium, and heavy. So if you check your stats, there's like a percentage.
Yeah.
The percentage is like a straight-up reduction of, like, you will take this much less damage. Like, this is just flat percentage that is taken off the damage you take.
Okay.
And then the actual, like, defense multiplier or whatever is a number that is, like... That's like a flat number. And then the percentage is just obviously percentage.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like, just having heavy armor will mean that you will take less damage overall by the percentage-based thing. but then there could be light armor with a high enough defense rating that it works out better.
Is this like the Dark Souls, where like more heavy armor means you move slower, something? Like...
Yeah, in the top right where it says equipment weight, you've got a percentage under that.
Yes.
So there are like 4 different weights. There's blue, green, yellow, and red. And blue obviously fastest, green slightly faster.
Yeah. So I'm in yellow, which means I'm not
yeah.
super fast.
You're like 3 out of 4, which is still not terrible, but you're on the heavier side. And that'll change things like how fast your stamina recovers and things like that, if I remember correctly. So a lighter character also recovers their stamina faster, so they can dodge more often. There are also certain weapons and such that actually get their damage increased based on how much, like, what weight class you're in. So there are builds that are based entirely around being the heaviest motherfucker on the planet. Which is not always the worst idea, depending on what you're fighting. Like, one of the things I do like about this game is that being tanky is sometimes an option. I feel like it has been a long time since I've been able to tank anything in a Dark Souls game. So when the cursor turns red like that, I think you can hit triangle to do a finishing move on the ground. I don't know if you actually have that skill at this point in the game, because it's still the England part. But I know for a fact that's how you do it.
Oh, it was just a candle. Just a candle. Freaking out for nothing. I don't even know if I'm going the right way. Oh, wait, okay, well, my ghost lady is telling me this way, so that's probably a good sign. Hello.
Oh, I think you're gonna go fight your first boss.
Looks like it. What up, Derek?
Derek.
Derek, your health is almost gone.
Derek's not really a problem. He's just a dude, really.
Derek, you're dead.
So the important thing to note here is the part where Derek has a stamina bar.
Yes.
So bosses, in general,
Have stamina bars.
they don't get staggered, but when their stamina bar empties, they start following normal staggering rules. So normally you're hitting a boss and dodging around in like Dark Souls style, where you just get a hit in wherever you can. If you can empty their stamina meter, then you can hit them and it will interrupt their attacks. Which means as soon as their stamina bar goes empty, you can fuck them up. Like, super hard. And they usually have an attack that will replenish their stamina meter and get you away from them. But the point is, as soon as their stamina bar is empty, like anything in the game, if their stamina bar goes empty, you can destroy it.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Hi, Derek. Welcome
Yeah.
back.
Form 2 Derek.
Oh yeah, now his stamina bar's purple.
Perfect Derek.
I seized it. Oh, sick. Go all anime on this dude.
Dude.
Well done.
Man, I still look like a jackass in these cutscenes.
Oh, totally.
Oh, get your dumb snake fish out of here. Oh no, you stole my ghost lady. What the hell?
Rude, right?
Yeah. Later. Oh, hi. Hey.
I want to say they added an option you can turn on that'll, like, hide your helmet cutscenes or whatever. If you feel like that. But I never do because it's fun.
I mean, as soon as I get a not dumb metal helmet, that'd be nice.
If you had the PC version, you'd have the big dumb Valve helmet.
That's also really stupid.
It is. There's a big red valve on it, and it shoots steam out one side. I like this part where you apparently swam to safety in full armor with a gunshot wound.
Yeah, you know.
William's tough.
Now I'm on a boat. Now I look like the Witcher. Like, even more than I did.
It really does look a little bit like Geralt.
Was not an enjoyable.
This boat sucks.
Oh, this boat's fine.
During 2 years' voyage,
Oh,
The hell
one
off was
boat.
lost.
One boat down.
the trow sank,
I actually really like this opening
where
bit.
the hope vanished without a trace.
Why are you going that way?
The good
It
news
seems
of
like
the
it'd be
bride
easier
of
to
Oxford
go the other
was
way.
nothing but lies.
So the reason is because they didn't have a better way yet. Like, this was the route that everyone knew to get there. There was no other route.
There is no going around the southern bit of Africa.
An
No.
ironic twist. For what awaited us in the Far East wasn't love. It was monsters and death.
Oh, monsters and death, not love. Zipangu.
Zipangu is still such a good name. Also, I still love, like, this explanation for the main character. Like, why he knows all this stuff is he read a book.
I was a big fan of that axe. I'm gonna pick the axe as my preferred
The axe is
weapon.
really good.
Also, because
So you
stamina.
get two.
Oh, you get
You
two?
get two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zipangu.
If you had the first DLC pack, or the first two DLC packs add 2 more weapons that would show up here on this menu for you to pick from the start. There's a great sword called an Odachi that you would probably be into if you like the axe. But since you don't have it, I feel like normal sword is a good choice for just like basics.
Yeah.
But
Eh,
also dual swords are really good. Do you just want to be really fast?
I just picked regular sword.
Oh, okay, that works too. You can be really fast with a regular sword, and also what you pick here doesn't really matter that much. Cause,
Yeah. I kind of figured. Because you can spend money and, you know,
Oh yeah.
rank you up.
The idea, honestly, is to get good with everything anyways, because you'll get skill points for every weapon as you go.
Do I want a Matarasu, a shark, or a bird?
I feel like the dog is the right choice.
You're probably right. Yeah, let's begin a tutorial mission. I've never played this game
yeah.
before.
There's a lot of shit to explain about this. Luckily, the tutorial does a really good job of it.
Oh, I think Grav might be coming up because I think they're fighting Shaft over here.
Oh.
See, now I look cool.
Yeah, you're a cool guy now. You're a
Yeah.
sailor. Also, there was a funny thing I was reading a minute ago about Soul Calibur 6, where they asked the director or whatever, like, well, do you have a favorite Soul Calibur character? And he said, I mean, I'm Japanese, so I think we kind of have to like Mitsurugi because everyone wanted to be a samurai when they were a kid. It's like, fair.
Hello. Oops. Why'd my weapon switch? That was weird. My key is my stamina.
Also, on most of those tutorial things, there's a button, like you can hit triangle to play a movie,
Yeah.
that will show you what it is talking about.
I mean, I think I understand. I think I understand lock-on.
Yeah, but in general, that is handy, because it also pops up on your skills list when you're going to buy any skills. So it'll be like, hey, do you want to see what this does? Hit the button, play the movie.
Oops. Stance. Okay. Hi. Okay. I'm gonna say I think I get it, but I don't know.
Alright, so the main thing to remember is high stance, slow attacks, more powerful. Medium stance, balanced. Low stance, really quick, but weaker.
Makes sense.
Just think of it as every weapon having 3 different movesets for whatever you want to do at the time. Usually, you will stick with 1 or 2 of them, based on the skills you're learning and just how you prefer to play, but they all come in handy. Also, the other important thing to remember is that your dodge changes based on what stance you're in.
Oh, that's cool. We're gonna.
In high stance, you get a dodge roll. Mid stance, it is like a slower dash. Low stance, it is a very quick dash.
Whoa.
And if you double tap, you should always do a dodge roll, I believe.
I'm gonna say you are incorrect.
Okay. I want to say that's the case in mid stance, at least.
Yes.
Like if you dash twice immediately.
Low stance, it is just. It's like Rush in Yakuza, where you like.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
high stance is always roll, mid stance is dash then roll, low stance is keep on dashing. Okay, so here's the important thing. Is they're going to tell you the thing about regaining stamina, and it's going to seem really complicated and annoying to remember. There's a skill you learn that makes it so that your dash also triggers the stamina regain.
That seems like a thing that I want.
So that means that anytime you do a combo, you would dodge afterwards and get your stamina back to keep doing more combos. It's kind of the best skill in the game, and like, they should probably just give it to you outright because there's no reason you would ever not buy it immediately. So yeah, instead of having to tap that button to trigger that, you would just be able to dash, and it would do it. And it works with every weapon in every stance, so yeah. It'll take a little bit to get there, but it is definitely like the first thing you should get.
So am I trying to time it, at least at the beginning, like when it's big flash?
So, the idea is, if you watch the bar, it's as soon as the bar fills.
Okay, I see it, I think. Yeah.
Like, there's that second when the bar fills before it actually starts to come back, and that's when you want it to go. And if you watch your character, there's a visual thing around the character of those little blue dots
Yeah.
kind of flash for a second at the same time. It becomes more intuitive as you go. Like, honestly, I played this game enough to the point where I just knew what the timing was pretty much by heart.
So many ceiling ninjas.
You will deal with a lot of ninjas in this game. Some of those ninjas may also be giant toads.
They'll keep coming.
Oh, I think it wants you to do the change weapon thing.
Oh. I want to keep using my axe.
I just realized that's probably why you were getting Infinite Ninja.
Oh, he grabs up.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I don't know how long he's been going, but that did happen.
He's fighting the doppelganger.
Alright. Oh, you can get a matchlock. Do I have a target that I'm trying to shoot at here? Or am I just dumping? Oh, that's probably who I'm trying to... I was like, it's telling me about shooting stuff. Man, this bow seems powerful when I shoot people in the head.
Yeah, no, the ranged weapons in this game are actually pretty good. But they're not like a main weapon. They're a problem solver for specific problems.
My feet are very dirty.
You.
Spirit Stone. Oh, is this a soul item?
Yeah. The other important thing is that whenever you use those, there's your animal symbol in the top left.
It's filling up.
Yeah. When that fills up, you can use a big dumb super mode that's really powerful. And the important part about it is that you're invincible while it's happening.
That's
so
good to know.
Yeah.
Living weapon. Living weapon. You're impervious to damage. Living weapon engaged decreases. So I assume, like, the idea is that I want to pop that and then, like, go to town, and then when it's ending, do my sick follow-up skill.
that is the idea. The problem is that because of the way it works, in my opinion, it's more useful for using when you're, about to die to stay alive. But because it depletes as you take damage, even though it's an invincibility thing, you can still totally get killed out of it. Like, say if you got caught in a command grab that hit you multiple times, it could knock you out of it and then kill you still, even if you're not technically taking the damage.
Oh, that guy's having a bad day. Yeah. Got me an axe. Probably because I picked an axe. I have 3 samurai skill points. Oh, wow.
Commentator wondering if Grav has a chip on his shoulder.
What?
I don't know, they were talking. He was wondering if Grav has something to prove in this marathon or race or whatever.
Is this living water heaven the thing you're talking about? About you can use key pulses while dodging? Okay. So, yeah.
So the way it says that sounds weird, but what it means is it makes your dodge work as one of those. And that's amazing. You've got to buy the abilities above it first, but the important thing about those is that they apply to every weapon when you buy them. Like, it'll apply to axes, swords, spears, etc. It unlocks on all of them simultaneously.
Okay.
So even though it's on each skill list individually, those skills are universal.
I mean, it seems like I have all the skills above it. Like, I think I can just get it as soon as I get 5 points.
Maybe then. Because I thought you had to buy the other one first that's like, increases your attack whenever you execute it perfectly or whatever.
I seem to have it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait,
well,
maybe I
case,
don't. Okay, I didn't have it. I didn't understand what that meant.
Yeah, I think because you've got 3 skill points right now, so yeah, you could buy those to get ready for buying them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got some quality wood, if you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
Sir. Good moment. That was weird. I don't know.
Switching back and forth between watching you and watching Grab's race.
How's he doing?
He's doing alright. He's not in the lead, but he is, I believe, second. It's a relay, so I believe they actually his team came into this run a bit behind.
That way, kid. Later. I'm gonna assume that did something good.
Oh yeah, sending those guys back to the shrines. So it unlocks a thing where you can spend money to get like passive bonuses that are really minor. Or I think if you send enough of them back, they start giving you more medicine whenever you go back to the shrines. So it's like they'll increase the minimum amount you get.
That seems like a good thing.
I believe that is how that works. Also, there's like a billion of those fuckers. They're hidden all over the place.
Yeah, I got a dumb hat. I'm way into this dumb hat that I just got.
There are a lot of really good dumb hats because they included a bunch of like historical Japanese helmets. It's like when you see those graves on the ground with the swords.
Mm-hmm.
So you can hold the button to activate those and fight the player's ghost or whatever. But if you see one with a name that's red, it means it's developer placed. I believe that is how that works anyways. And the ones that have like actual Japanese names are usually actual Japanese historical figures who a lot of the time have unique helmets or things like that based on the person they were in history.
That's cool.
And the reason that they are in there is because a lot of them have really stupid fucking helmets.
I've
Like,
not seen
it was a
any of
thing-
those.
It was a thing in Japan that, like, you had... It was like a status symbol to have the dumbest, most ostentatious helmet you could.
I mean, that makes sense. Oh, there's one. There we go. Bloody Grave, Zipangu. Oh, hello. Okay. Yeah, earn 1 samurai skill points for proficiency with an axe.
Yeah.
He gave me sicker pants and shirts. And an iron kozane. I don't know what that means.
I believe those are crafting materials.
Makes sense.
When you get a blacksmith, you'll be like, hey, lady, make me cooler armor. And she'll be like, yeah. And then she'll make you a ton of junk.
Ah! That was a real dick move, Nioh. It was really funny, but also a real dick move. Oh! Okay.
Oh.
There was a cliff there.
Oh, right. Did you find the water?
No.
I thought you might have gone out like Pat and just walked into the deep water.
I was fighting these two dudes, and then I was backing up, because that's how I roll, and then I was just like, oh, there's a cliff there. And I walked off the cliff, and I was like, well, this
Instead
is
of a
it.
negative penalty, a cliff.
Yeah. What's down here? Besides not the way that, to my pointed objective, but I bet there's cool stuff.
There's usually something cool.
Or death.
But there's usually also that.
Oh wait, this is back where I came. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
I have a good sense of direction.
Ah, right. So that might actually be a serious problem because this game doesn't have a map.
I mean, it's got a compass.
It does have the compass, yes.
Phew, excuse me.
Yeah, I'm also really tired.
Keep pressing options because I'm like, oh yeah, that's the way to open the menu, and then it's not. Oh, some bad shit happened here. Oops. Heal real quick, actually. Come on, swing me. Thank you. Oh! Oh no! I died. I am freed from this mortal coil. I like how the you are dead thing is in Japanese now. Now that I'm in Zipangu.
Gotta be appropriate.
I keep forgetting about the key pulse or whatever.
It's not a super important mechanic just yet. It becomes more important as you go through the game. Like, when you get the enemies who live longer or require just a longer fight, then it'll become a real problem if you're not getting your stamina back after each combo.
Also, I feel like, man, I really just want the thing that makes the dodge
That too. That makes it so much easier.
because like that's kind of my natural thing after I
Is
do a
attack and then
combo.
dodge.
Yeah. Like we were playing Monster Hunter. That's how you play Lance in Monster Hunter. Is you?
I was gonna say, like, imagine if you got your stamina back in Bloodborne and you dodged.
Yeah, that'd be real good.
And then imagine how fast and tense all of those fights become if everyone is just replenishing their stamina by dodging. Like, those fights become insane, which is what happens in this game.
Whoa! Gravik's freaking out there for a second. Oops. Hello. I like how I forgot about that dude, and then I hit the wrong button, which completely saved me from surprise Japanese man. Like, I completely forgot about him, and then I hit X to try and pick up my stuff. And it was like, oh, it was circle, but it was timed perfectly.
Nice. I just saw it on the stream.
Oh, I got pirate armor. That's probably cool.
I believe that's the light. No, actually, that might be medium, because I think
Well,
the scout armor is the light armor.
It says L, so I'm gonna say that's light.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know, I'm kind of happy with my medium stuff right now, so...
Medium's good. I ended up actually going to a, like, medium with a few pieces of heavy, once I got my stats high enough to actually wear it.
Well, not that much. Don't hit me that much. But do hit me enough to muck up your stamina. Yeah. Oh, thief
So
armor.
do believe you have your living weapon if you feel like it.
Yeah. But I got thief armor. That's probably cool.
Nice.
It's also like almost as good as my medium armor. So that's nice. Yeah, look at me now. I look like an X-Man.
Is that a good thing?
I mean, no, but it's funny. Ryunosuke the Loud is a good name. Oh, you got a hammer. The heck? Ow. Shit.
If I remember right, hammers and axes are part of the same weapon category. Oh, and also fun thing, which is you can see the rarity of the gear they have equipped on their grades.
Oh, wow. Okay. That was some Dark Souls shit right there. Of just, oh yeah, there's a dude who's not facing you. I'm gonna mess him up. Oh god.
Oh, right, yeah. So they love ambushes in this game.
I'm noticing a trend here. Whoops, that's not the right button.
Like, I feel like there's not really a single mission in this game where there isn't something along those lines of like, oh, I can get that guy, oh, fuck.
We're just gonna take that one again, because, like, I don't want to use a medicine. Receive Kodama Blessing.
Oh, that's the, passive bonus I mentioned.
Yeah.
It costs very little money, but it's usually just such a small bonus, at least at this point in the game, that's not really worth it.
Yeah.
Once you find more of those guys and send them back to that place, then the bonuses get larger.
Hyakudama. Maximum familiarity reached? I am very familiar with this axe.
Oh yeah, that's just like a passive thing that will increase the damage you do with it, and some other stuff.
Oh, cool. So it's like,
It comes more into play with the blacksmithing stuff, because it lets you carry skills over from one weapon to another.
it's like weapon mastery in Fire Emblem or something like that.
Yeah. It's like with that specific axe, you have used it enough that you will, like it increases the damage of the weapon and also the effect of every ability it has.
My purity of heart will restore my key again.
Yeah. You're
Def-
so pure of heart.
Definitely did not forget about that ambush guy a third time.
But yeah, so like if you have a ability on your weapon that is like, oh, it blocks this amount of elemental damage or whatever, when you get the familiarity up, it will block more, and the number will change. Like it actually improves the weapon all around to be more familiar with it.
Spirit Stone. That's probably good. I was about to ask if this was like Souls and you could like dodge through breakable stuff, and then I just did it and it worked. I was very psyched about that.
Always be dodging through breakable stuff. There are not as many pots and barrels in this game as you would like, but you can totally do that.
I got flipped turned upside down super hard.
It happens. You're going up the hill towards the big
Right,
house.
yes, okay. Well, because I was mainly like, wait, where'd my grave go? Also, I keep pressing L1 instead of the key pulse button, because I'm like, oh god, and then I block, and then it's like, oh no, that's not...
Yeah, I do that, like, the last time I played the game, I did that a lot. It's just a habit.
Just gonna...
Not necessarily a bad habit, because it helps a lot sometimes.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Just pulling, like, 5 dudes.
Oh yeah, no, it gets messy.
Luckily,
So, in a
they
situation
seem to
like-
not care about stamina. Oh, but then
yeah.
I don't care about stamina also.
So a good way to handle situations like that where an ambush is set up would be, at least to get one of them out of the way would be long-range weapon.
Oh, that's... I like the part where if you die
Wait,
twice...
you don't have a bow and arrow yet, though.
Yeah, no. I like the part where if you die twice, they bring your doggy back.
Yeah,
You lose all your experience, but...
but you get your guardian spirit back, so you can get your living weapon back on if you feel like it.
Yeah. That's good.
Mm-hmm. So the guardian spirits also give you passive bonuses based on one of your stats. I forget which one. I think it might just be called spirit. The point is, there is a stat that relates to your guardian spirits, and the higher that is, the more passive bonuses they give you just for being active on you. Like, I think the dog is giving you a slight damage boost right now just by being with you.
That's
But
cool.
that also means that whenever you died and left your souls behind, you did not get that bonus whenever because the dog was not with you.
Makes sense.
So there are actually situations where it is better, like say if you were in a boss fight, to just eat the loss of souls to get your dog back. And you can always resummon your guardian spirit from a shrine and just lose your souls wherever they are.
That's cool.
Yeah. Also, some of those guardian spirits are amazing, because like one of them gives you 100 health back anytime you do the perfect key pulse thing.
That seems useful.
So that plus the thing that makes it so that works when you dodge means you are a nightmare to actually kill in a close range fight. It's kind of amazing.
I know the other way was the way I was supposed to go, but then there was all this stuff over here that I saw and then backed away from. So we're gonna go this way. Oh, this seems like this is the tutorial area before they added the tutorial, because it's telling me about like key pulse and living weapon and stuff.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, I'm on fire. Not a fan of this being on fire thing.
It's unfortunate, as we learned during Monster Hunter.
Yeah. An Omamori charm. Whoa. Can I get up there? Can I go this way? This way? Ow. My stamina. How my health?
Alright, I would love to stay up and keep you your pointers on Nioh, but I'm so asleep now that I've kind of just been sitting here with my eyes closed.
Makes sense.
I need to go to sleep. I'm tired.
That make me mad.
Good night.
There'll be an archive of this for you in the morning.
Alright, and I will try to be a better help in regards to Nioh and how to play it when I am more conscious. But right now, I just can't do much.
He's alright.
Night.
Night. Unlimited ninjutsu. Oh man, to make me mad, why'd you leave right before I saw that? Hey buddy. Sup. Oh, hello. Whoa! Hi. You're weird looking. I died here. Oh. That way. Let's try it. Yeah. Eat it. I wish I had... Oh, shit. Hello. Oh, man. Hey, I guess grab, got out. work it. Some lacquer. My reputation level has increased. That's good, I hope. Just hammered that dude's head off. That's messed up. How that works, but I don't know. How are you not dead? How am I not dead? Thank you. Look out over here. With the hammer. Oh! What? Oh, this game is very weird. And I feel like that might be enough Nioh for one night. I'm very tired. Good night, everybody.